Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, and I'm so glad that you could join me this morning for our daily spiritual practice. It is such a blessing to be able to spend this time together with you. Well, it's the first Wednesday of a brand new year, 2022. And as we do our points to ponder this morning, my question to you is, what are you thinking? I have a reading this morning from Walter Whittle. And as I read this to you, I'd like you to think about this. What is the predominant attitude of your thinking when you imagine the abundant life you want for 2022? So, this reading this morning is kind of a little rhyming poem, but I think it's really good for us to ponder this week. And it's entitled, What Are You Thinking? If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out of the world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It's all a state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. So I ask you to ponder, what's the predominant attitude of your thinking when you imagine the abundant life you want to live? Our affirmation for this morning is, I turn away from negative thinking. I know that with spirit, all things are possible. Now I invite you to just take a deep breath in and just really settle and relax into whatever's beneath you. Just feel the sofa, the chair, the bed. Just feel it taking your weight, truly supporting you. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel yourself settle. And I invite you to open your heart, to feel the love that surrounds you, to feel your connection to the divine, and to step with me into this high consciousness, this place where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer. And I ask you, what are you thinking? Just be right here, right now with me. Nothing to do, nothing to fix, no judgment. Just affirm with me, I turn away from negative thinking. I know that with spirit, all things are possible. Just feel yourself relaxing, releasing, letting go. And as we step into the silence, I invite you to ponder, what are you thinking? I turn away from negative thinking. I know that with spirit, all things are possible. I sit in high consciousness, divinely connected, knowing with spirit, all things are possible. I prepare my mind for the best that life has to offer, knowing that with Spirit, all things are possible. And so I ask you to ponder, what are you thinking? For with Spirit, all things are possible. And so as our journey comes to a close, we send great thanks to the universe for this opportunity to stop and check our thoughts, knowing all things are possible with Spirit, knowing that we have been blessed beyond measure, filled with love, and given the opportunity to just stop and be filled and connected to the divine. I thank you each for being a light in the world. I thank you for beginning your day with a daily spiritual practice. I'm so grateful that we have this time together. And I hope that you will join me on Friday for our word for the week. I remind you, all is well, and so are you. I send you much love and many blessings, and I thank you for joining me this morning. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, here at the Center for Spiritual Living in beautiful Palm Springs, California. I'll see you Friday.